Now, the trading journey can be long and difficult, and at times it can be difficult to stay focused and stay motivated and stay disciplined. And a lot with students in the 12-week challenge and in performance coaching, they're finding themselves, it's difficult to stay focused with everything they have going on in their lives and that type of stuff. And in this particular video, I wanted to share some ideas and some very practical insights that you can implement into your day-to-day life to ensure you're staying focused, disciplined, motivated, and every single day you're chipping away at the highest priority thing as a trader to ensure you continue to progress your results and your bottom line. Now, if it's the first time checking to the channel, first and foremost, welcome. My name is Bailouni, and I'm the founder of Master Your Trading Mindset, which is an education and performance coaching business. And we work with retail traders all around the world, helping them overcome the psychological challenges that hold them back, and helping them gain consistency and funding and that type of stuff. Now, if you don't already have a copy of our free Bulletproof Your Mindset tool, this is a tool that thousands of traders are using all around the world, helping them increase consistency in their results and helping them lower the emotional sting of losing. So it's completely free. I encourage you to grab a copy of that in the description below. Now, when we talk about becoming more focused, more disciplined, and more motivated, there's actually a 3-step framework that I teach in the 12-week challenge called A.I.M, A-I-M. And A.I.M stands for awareness, intention, and momentum. It's an analogy or an acronym. And A.I.M is there to help traders prioritize their goals and prioritize their action steps and to get focused and to get prioritized and to get disciplined and to get motivated. Any lack of focus or lack of discipline or lack of motivation is a symptom of not following the A.I.M framework and not having a clear intention and not having clear high priority actions that you see the reason to doing, which is what I'm going to discuss today. So whenever I go off and set a goal, or whenever I teach clients or students how to actually set proper goals that they'll actually go through and accomplish, I always go back to A.I.M. You need to have an awareness first and foremost of what's most important to you. You need to have an awareness of what your life demonstrates is most important to you. You need to look honestly at your life and ask, what do I spend most of my time on? What do I spend most of my money on? What do I spend my energy doing? What do I keep in my space? Right? All these questions that give you an indication of what is truly most important to you, what your life demonstrates is most important to you. And it may not actually be your trading. It may be your family, it may be your work, it may be your health and fitness. But you need to have a look at what your life demonstrates is most important to you. You need to have an awareness of what that actually is. That's that's awareness. The second thing you need to have is an intention, a clear intention of what you would love. So for example, if you talk about your trading, it's a powerful question to ask yourself, where would I love to be in a year's time? And then getting very clear on that. A lot of the times for traders, it's to become a funded trader or to get a funded account, which I think is a great goal in a year's time. I think it's very accomplishable in a year. So you need to set a clear intention of where you would love to be. So you have an awareness of where you are, you have an intention of where you would love to be. Now it's about setting high priority actions that you can focus on every day to build momentum, that's the M, momentum, to accomplishing your intention or accomplishing your goal. Now, the problem here is that people don't have an awareness of what their life demonstrates as most important to them. And this is where the lack of focus, the lack of discipline, and the lack of motivation comes in, because they're not aware of how they're internally wired, and they try and set a goal that isn't congruent with that. And that's where the lack of focus, the lack of motivation, etc., comes in, because they're not congruent. Their trading goals aren't congruent with what their life demonstrates as most important to them. So you got to get clear on what your life demonstrates as most important to you. I share the exact process in the 12-week challenge, but you just want to have a look. What do I keep close? What do I keep in my intimate space? What do I spend my money on? What do I spend my energy on? What do I love talking about? What do I love studying? What energizes me? What inspires me most? You want to have a look at what your life demonstrates as most important to you. And then after you've set your clear intention of where you would love to be and your high priority actions on a daily basis, they have to be very actionable steps. Some traders say to me, all right, I'm going to set an action step of backtesting. And I said, that's way too broad. What's the intention behind the backtesting? And what's the actual action step? Is that 30 minutes a day of backtesting euro-dollar to look for a particular thing? You get very specific, hyper-specific on what is the actual action. And you need to schedule that so in your mind you see exactly what you're going to do to help you accomplish your goal, your intention by the end of the year. And the most important question you can ask yourself to ensure you have focus, to ensure you have motivation, and to ensure you have discipline, and you actually achieve that end outcome, is you want to ask yourself, how is me doing this action step every day helping me accomplish what's actually most important in my life? Now, if you know you want to be a great trader and you've got the high priority actions there that are congruent with becoming a great trader, but your life demonstrates your family is most important to you, there's a bit of a disconnect there. So what you want to do is you want to ask yourself, how is me doing these action steps that are proven to become a successful trader, how do they actually serve and benefit my family? And how do they serve and benefit my relationship with my kids and my spouse, etc., etc.? Because until you can't see the connection between your goals and what's most important to you, what your life demonstrates is most important to you, you're going to have lack of focus. You're not going to be able to be disciplined. Because every time you're trying to go off and pursue your trading goals, what actually is most important to your family is going to be taking your focus away. Because your focus goes towards what's most important to you if there's a disconnect. But if you see that, you going off and pursuing your trading stuff actually helps with your family, then you're on fire, you're congruent, you're focused, you're disciplined, and you're motivated. So get an awareness of what your life demonstrates is most important to you. Set a clear intention of where you would love to be in a year's time. And then identify the highest priority actions that you can focus on every single day to help you build momentum towards accomplishing that intention, accomplishing those goals. Make sure they're action steps and schedule them to some sort of calendar. And then ask yourself, how is me going off and doing this action step actually helping me accomplish, or how is it actually benefiting what is truly most important to me, what my life demonstrates is most important to me? And I guarantee if you accomplish that A.I.M framework and you take care of all those components I talked about, there'll be no issue with focus. There'll be no issue with discipline or motivation. You'll be congruent. In your mind, you'll be congruent. You'll be focused, you'll be powerful, you'll be productive, and you'll build some serious momentum. Now, if you resonate with this framework, I highly encourage you to check out the 12-week challenge. I dive into this in more detail. I'll give you the tools, the framework, the accountability to ensure that you follow through and you actually implement the A.I.M framework into your life. It's helped me in my life. It's helped thousands of my clients. So I encourage you to check out the 12-week challenge.